bringing out the Ryu. I did see him playing Ryu earlier in friendlies against Ultimate Warrior, so perhaps this is a new character he's trying to work on.
Yeah, but he decided that he wanted to solo another character.
Well, Ryu is a solid choice. And we got Pankeiki with that trademark R.O.B. He has been working on a Bayonetta. I would not be surprised if he happens to lose game 1 that we might see that Bayonetta. But sticking with the tried and true R.O.B. for game 1.
Those redheads, dog. Those redheads, dog.
All right, moving into game 1 on Smashville. No surprise there.
Yeah, right underway. Let's see how this works out.
So R.O.B. with his massive hurt boxes, Ryu can get some crazy combos on him. But also Ryu's weight makes him a bit susceptible, I think, to some of R.O.B.'s combos. So it's going to be a match between who can win neutral more often.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how many multi-hits R.O.B. has. I know he has a couple.
Yeah, well, typically Ryu would be using the focus attack when coming down, and up air, of course, from R.O.B. is a definite multi-hit, so he'd be able to trap that. And he could potentially even lose his stock for it if he tried to focus attack that at high percents. But I think Dio's quite wise to that, of course.
Yeah, Dio is... I feel like Dio understands, like, focus attack is not, like, something that you want to use all the time. It's just used as a mix-up in that sense.
Yeah, so right now Pankeiki has been winning neutral, and he's been getting his strings, but I feel like Ryu has probably the bigger punish game. Well, definitely if he's optimized in this matchup, or kind of in almost any matchup, his Ryu's punish game is sick, but that up smash is going to land and take the first stock. Only 54% on Pankeiki. With no rage, Ryu's going to struggle to find a kill with a Shoryu at any percent near this.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to like build up and steer more towards him. He's probably a little bit more defensive against the R.O.B. in this in neutral to try to wait for his approach.
Yeah, he's going to have to, because as we've seen, he's just been losing neutral and taking all this damage, and this is starting to happen on his second stock, which is what he really wants to be careful of.
Yeah.
And we've seen some decent patience from Pankeiki, but every once in a while I see he does try to throw out a move a little earlier than he can based on Ryu entering his space too close, and that's what he needs to avoid doing if he wants to really optimize himself in this matchup.
Yeah. Oh, the Shoryu's not going to kill. It wasn't a true Shoryuken, though.
Yeah, well, that was just the up. Oh, you could tell by the, there's like a graphic change, right? I can never really tell for sure when I see it.
More so, it's the height as well.
The height, okay, he goes higher with the true Shoryuken?
Yeah, the true Shoryuken's a lot higher.
All right, that's a good thing to know, actually. And there it is. Yep. I'm not sure if that was true or not.
I don't know.
Yeah, the screen kind of froze on us for a second,
yeah.
But whatever it was enough to take the stock, and that's what matters.
We heard the sound that says Shoryuken.
Speaking of sound, I believe it actually makes a different sound when it's true, but I don't really know what it sounds like, so I can't say.
His voice, like the octaves of his voice, gets a little deeper, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. It could be like the Hadouken, because the Hadouken's the same way.
Okay.
Like, you can see the Hadouken like get bigger, but he also he says Hadouken a lot more, like
emphatically, perhaps. Yeah. So. Pankeiki again with a solid lead, but this is getting to, I'm pretty sure he's at or close to kill percent to a true Shoryuken with the amount of rage that Ryu has racked up right now. Let's see, down throw up air, this might do it.
Yep, and
that'll be the stock.
Game 1 is going to go over to Pankeiki.
Yeah, now I don't know to what degree Dio has committed to learning the Ryu, but I would certainly not be surprised if he switched to something like Mario or, well, this might be just for stage selection. I'm not sure. But
I think he said he was deciding between selecting two characters this tournament. I think it was Ryu and I can't remember.
Well, looks like he's going with the Ryu, and he's going to the home field advantage right here on Omega Susaku. And
right off the bat, that side gets broken.
Wow, and 2 up airs right there. Wow, 3 up airs, tons of damage.
And a grab into another up air. Ridiculous amount of damage.
Wow. He just can't land right now. Now let's see, it's down air. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that was close. A very scary situation for that field. And just like that, with the 3 hits, he looked
yeah, that makes you wonder why R.O.B. doesn't do more damage. You know, I mean, so far this match, Pankeiki has been absolutely outplaying him in neutral, and Ryu just gets more reward off of just the raw hits without even getting enough conversions off of them.
Yeah.
But enough about game balance down air. Not going to do it though, Rob, with the amazing recovery.
Oh my god.
But
any other character would have been done.
yeah, absolutely. Well, except Villager.
Yeah, of course.
Mostly any character. And just like that, Dio looking like he's in this. And
Yeah, he
tons
has
of,
that range, and with this amount of damage, just a regular swing, I feel like it's a kill.
yeah, he's got a ton of kill power right now. Lots of opportunities, or lots of potential if he gets an opportunity to take that stock.
Ooh, got the spot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, beautiful conversion. I would call that bread and butter R.O.B stuff, but we don't see enough R.O.Bs to make the bread and butter thing sound expected. But that was really beautiful.
That.
And Pankeiki's just really trying to stay alive right now and get as much extra credit percent as he can.
Yeah. There's the Shoryuken, and that's the true Shoryuken, but it's not going to be able to kill it 120%.
R.O.B very heavy.
Yeah. I mean, he's all metal, so I feel like he should be heavy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And Pankeiki's still just putting on a ton of percent, and he's at the point where he's getting knocked too high from Ryu's up tilt, or at least in those situations, to get comboed into the Shoryu. Okay, maybe not too high. I lied.
He just wasn't being. He was holding his shield pretty well, and he was able to balance that out. But we have seen this before, where Pankeiki had that damage, and Dio just comes in with like 2 or 3 hits and builds it right back up. So
Absolutely, this is very reminiscent of the last game. In fact, I think a little more percent on Dio this time, but it can all go away if he can land those hits and get that Shoryu in. I mean, there are obviously other things that he can do with Ryu. There's plenty of stuff, but in a situation where you need to come back, that's usually what's gonna be. Oh, he read that. Was that a nair that he threw out?
no, he threw the down air. But
Down air has a weak hit like that?
It does.
Okay, I've never really seen it like hit like that, but I was expecting him to look for the down air as soon as I saw the air dodge. That was very close to being game 2.
Yeah, the down air and the nair look really similar. Like,
They do.
I feel like they should have changed that a little bit, just a difference between the two there.
But like you were saying, Ryu able to make such a comeback with those hits. Wow, that was so great. I wonder if he knew,
Is that
down smash going to do it? It does.
Yes.
Solid 2-0 for
It was
Pankeiki.
very unfortunate, but Dio was just happened to be on the wrong side when he got hit by that down.
It did. In fact, I want to ask